Achieve the Dream event in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm here with my client Naja and April. Y'all want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, my name is Naja, and I am CEO of Identity Lash Co., helping women find their identity.
Hey guys, my name is April. I am the digital social media manager here at Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. Y'all know it as NACA. Welcome guys, so glad that we are here at our Achieve the Dream event in Atlanta. We're glad to be here with Randy and Naja. Y'all, did you not hear him? He just said she came all the way from California to come to our event. Let's get into this, because I kind of want to ask y'all some questions. I know I'm jumping the gun, but Randy, tell us, can you let us know, to just everybody, how did you get involved with NACA? How did you start?
So I actually went through the NACA program myself in 2016. I purchased a multifamily unit building, and ever since then, I just seen the product itself. I realized like it's nothing out here like it. It actually prompted me to get my real estate license, because a lot of people like don't really endorse NACA, and I'm like, this is the best product out here. Everyone should go through this product. So I got my real estate license, and since then I've just been telling everyone I know about NACA. And we met at Invest Fest, Earn Your Leisure, and we talked about the NACA program, and she was on it.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
That's dope. So let's just talk. You're licensed in DC, Maryland, Virginia, and Georgia.
Yes.
Love it. Love that excellence for you. Block shoppers.
Yes.
So y'all, just so you guys know how Randy and I literally repost everything that Randy posts. Love it. We love all of his content. And so Naja, you're from California and you came to the event. Tell us about your experience so far. Like, how has it been? What are you here for?
Well, so far, it's very welcoming. It was nice. I love the fact that I got to speak with somebody in person, because at first they tried to hide me on the computer, and I did not fly out here to Atlanta to talk to somebody virtually.
But your sessions are gonna be virtual though.
But I was able to get that connection.
Okay, that's
so
good.
I really like that. I loved my counselor. I absolutely love her. She told me everything that I need to do to get fully qualified. So that's great. So I already know what I need to do. And
What are you looking to purchase?
a multi-unit,
Nice. What kind?
a 4-unit.
Girl.
Yeah.
Go ahead, a 4-unit. Yeah. So did they tell you already what your potential PITI is? Just so you guys, I know, don't nobody know what a PITI is. Principal, interest, taxes, insurance.
Yep.
Bet, see, I don't know how I knew that.
Yeah.
So they told you what it is already?
Yeah.
Do you feel comfortable saying it? Or like what your overall qualified amount was, your loan amount?
Do you want me to say the monthly, or do you want me to say the whole amount?
The whole amount.
The whole amount? Okay, so I got 567,000.
Nice, and you're gonna purchase in Atlanta?
Yeah.
That's good for down here. That's a really great amount. Especially they're building a lot of new build properties, and I think there are some, you may be able to meet some developers here too that are actually building out those type of multi-units. They should be coming either, I think maybe tomorrow or Saturday.
And
There's probably gonna be some.
She told me that I could also buy down the interest rate, and basically that's going to shoot my price up even more, or the price up.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what made you want to become a homeowner?
Well, at first it was just, it's been a process, honestly, because at first I was thinking of apartments. I was thinking small.
Okay.
That's what it was.
No, never think small. Never.
And until like it's just exposure. I didn't know about getting multi-units and becoming a landlord or anything like that. I didn't know about that until I guess I got exposed to it with EYL and then even with branding. So I was definitely thinking small.
Okay.
And as soon as he said that I could go ahead and get a bigger unit, I said, okay, I got you. I was so engaged. He threw down so much information. We was just talking. He threw down so much information. I'm like, I don't have notes. I didn't have anything. It was just nothing but information. I was like, damn,
Yo, Randy's a wealth of knowledge.
Wealth of knowledge.
I get that knowledge back, and that's one thing I always tell people, like, you gotta share it, especially in the community. Like, that's the only way we're gonna grow. So just like I told you, you should be telling everybody you know.
Right.
Buying back a block,
Right.
I feel you.
That's what I definitely want to do.
And so this is a random question. You seem very young.
I am. I'm 22.
Whew.
22. 22 years old.
That's generational wealth.
That's what we're trying to do.
That's what, yeah. That's generational
So
wealth.
my children's children
Right.
gonna be good.
I wish
and their children.
I wish when I was 22, I was thinking like that. Like,
Honestly, like I didn't start thinking about it till I got this job, and I'm 28 now. So I'm just like, dang, like I could have been owned a property. Like why didn't I purchase, especially during the pandemic? I'm like, why didn't I just buy something? Everything was like on the market going, and I'm just like, I could have been on a property by now.
Yeah.
it's never too late.
But it's never too late. Like, see here, hold on. The way some of these debts are set up.
I mean, look, there's always a way. And the great thing about NACA is they don't just deny you. They're going to give you your action items and help you work towards it. And that's the beauty of it. A lot of programs don't do that. It's like, oh, you're not ready? They'll come back when you're ready, you know? And so, like, that's the beautiful thing about NACA. And you have your action items 6 months from now.
Yeah.
You're going to be building shopping or building.
Yeah.
Like you said, you got some developers coming.
Yeah. So I think they did say some of the developers are coming, so that should be really good for our members to see like they're building the property specifically to reach within the affordability of our membership, and that's what we need.
Right.
Like, and I know up north we have a program that is geared to Section 8 members, so it's called the Hot PHA program, where you can use your your rental voucher and switch it into a housing choice voucher, and now you can apply that to a mortgage and purchase a home. And we also have it's called the Rich program. I think they're changing the name specifically for Newark. You can purchase like a blighted building, like government property, for $1 from the government, from the city,
$1.
and go through NACA's program to renovate it and use our hand department to renovate it. Yes,
a game changer.
that's a game. Do you know how many members on Section 8 have been able to use that? And I'm just like, that's so beautiful to me. And like, it may not look like it's in the best area, right? Because it's in Newark, New Jersey. But there's different parts of Newark that actually aren't that bad.
Right.
When we do this now, we take out all of that gentrification.
Right.
We are gentrifying our own area.
Absolutely.
We're coming in and building and buying our own areas, as we should.
Right.
So I'm just like, why aren't we promoting like this program? We need to do this everywhere. Like when our CEO says national standard, I'm like, national standard.
Absolutely.
Like resources like this don't come around every day for people like us. So we need to take advantage of it. When we renewed the contract and they said it was like 15 or 20 billion dollars, I'm like, take advantage of the resource. I get it. The process may not be the smoothest, quickest process, but it's worth it. I'm like, this process is 100% worth it to go through it. You don't have to pay a $20,000, $30,000 down payment, because it's not like one of the number one things that's blocking us from purchasing a home is saving over $30,000. How you gonna save over $30,000 and you working every single day to barely make it during inflation time?
Right. And then when you do it, people are going to become a house poor. They don't have a savings, and then now if something breaks down, something in the house occurs where you need that extra money or just life, period, right?
Exactly.
Now you don't have a savings. So NACA, and that's what I was telling you, the beauty of it is you're getting a property essentially for free. You only pay the taxes up front. And like myself as a realtor, I always try to negotiate seller's credit. So there's times where I have clients who get a check back at closing. So you're like almost getting paid to purchase a house and you still have your savings. That's setting you up for nothing but for success.
I have a question though. So like one of like the setbacks that our members say of like coming through the program, right, is because maybe affordability. But you're closing loans.
Yeah.
How are you able to do it, especially up north?
Yeah, I mean, DC is a very competitive market, but I mean, for me, I built a lot of relationships, and it's just knowing how to structure the offers with NACA. Again, we know NACA pays for a majority of everything. I'm asking for seller's credit because with that seller's credit, you can buy down your interest rate, which increases your affordability. Right?
Okay.
And so those are the things, little things that you do to, increase your affordability, help with the offers. Even if you add a little more on the loan, but ask for $10,000, $15,000, which is like standard, use that to buy down the interest rate. Now, that's less money out your pocket, less money that you're paying monthly, and
A seller's credit. That's interesting. I never heard of that before. I mean, I don't know. I'm not an agent, but I don't know much about it. I'm like, I didn't even think about that to ask for credit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Typically 3% is pretty standard.
Okay.
Depending on the market, like during the pandemic, it was, a seller's market, so you didn't have too much wiggle room. We were still negotiating, but it was a lot harder because, it was bidding wars. But now that the market's slowing down a little bit, you can ask for more credit. And so 3% on, a $500,000 loan, that's a good amount of money.
That's,
So,
nice. That's good though. Like,
seller's concessions?
Yeah, so I was gonna say the same thing.
Okay.
We're gonna get you there.
Yeah.
look, he said, look, I got
I
it.
heard about that, getting money back or getting more money at closing.
That's the goal. NACA makes it possible. So.
That part. I mean, I do appreciate the program for that. Like to see that the amount of people, I think we've closed well over like 80,000+ people on homes.
Real impact.
And to see majority of the staff that works here have purchased their homes through NACA. So they are a testimony to the program. Like they can seriously tell you, like, we bought our homes through here. We still live in our homes. Like I know some members, like members who are staff that have like a 0.5% interest rate. Like, and I'm just like, huh?
Yeah.
What? How, Sway? Let me know. Can I come live with you?
Right.
Because rent in New Jersey is real high right now, so can I come live with you?
Right.
But, so what possessed you, since you're coming from California, right? What possessed you to purchase back on the East Coast?
Because I came from California. It's too expensive. Okay, if you had to pay the gas there, $7 a gallon. You would want to come over here too.
No.
You would want to come over here too. And then rent is extremely high, and it's not worth it. Especially the type of houses that they're renting out. It's just not worth it. And instead of paying for somebody else's mortgage, I'd rather just pay for my own, and I could afford it out there. So.
I feel you on that part.
I have a question for you. Can I ask you a question now?
Okay, I answer. I do my best.
So what can we do? Because obviously we love the work that you do. Like, social media is crazy. Y'all got like 50,000 followers?
Yes, guys, we finally hit 50K on Instagram. We're at 90K on Facebook.
Yeah.
Get at us. We have TikTok. We on there. We working.
Always working, right? And so I always try to repost. And so what are some things that we can do, like, just to help?
So one thing I definitely can say is we greatly appreciate the exposures all of the real estate agents do. Inside, outside agents, the members, any type of exposure that we get to the program is extremely beneficial. The visibility, it means more than the engagement sometimes. Because now, if I say, oh, hey, Naja, can you go and post something, like post it up on your page and tag NACA and you talk about your experience, all of your 10,000+ followers you don't know, see that. Now they come and they look back at our page. So the minute when Randy posts something, they'll say like, oh, we saw it from his page. Like, and I'll look at my analytics, it's like, oh, we took it from his page. And I'm like, that's so good for us because it's like, we're bringing people into the program. Like the more we just continue to speak about the program, and like our CEO always says like, we don't really do any marketing or anything, but social media is marketing. But like the word of mouth piece is still so prevalent in our community. So it's just like, please, like, as much word of mouth as we can get, keep putting the word out about the program. It still exists. It actually, and people think it's a scam. Like people really think the program is a scam. I'm like, it's actually really not a scam. I'm like, this program is not a scam at all. It's a legit program. It's real. Come to the program. But the one thing I can say to members to do, educate yourself on the program before you come through it. If you do not want to have a long process, like a long drawn out process, do your research, get your paperwork together, we put as much informational content out there so that people can kind of understand it. Because to be quite frank, who could put their hand up and say they really know the mortgage process? Nobody does. Like the average person really doesn't. So now what we do on our social media is we're trying to take that content and that information and break it down for people for across the board, all mortgage processes, but specifically NACA, and say, here's how you do A, B, C, D, and so on. Here's how you understand this. Now that you know that information and you understand the knowledge, you understand how this works, get your stuff together, understand how to do it, make sure your money's in order and you're in line, and it's only gonna take you 3 months to go through the process. You want a shorter time? It also comes down on the member too. Like, you gotta put your part in. But what we can say to people is just continue to reshare our posts. Like, continue to post videos, tag us, use the hashtags like NACA, the NACA way, like NACA purchase. Like, we just love to be able to share the content too, because we love to give exposure to you guys, because we're nationwide. So we have to be able to show, because people only think we're in a certain area. They only think we're in Georgia. They only think we're in Texas, Florida. And I'm like, no, we're licensed in all 50 states. Like, you can purchase anywhere. And now that 6-month rule no longer applies. Look, you're coming from California over to Atlanta. Before, there used to be a rule that you had to live there 6 months before going through the program. times change. NACA changed and evolved with the program. So now that we're evolved, members got to come through, and we're just like, my biggest thing to members, follow us on social media, look at the resources out there and available, look at the videos that we post on YouTube, look at all the content and just listen to it. Join the Facebook group that we have, NACA official group. It acts as a forum for you to communicate with members too, maybe in your area, to see, well, what did you do for this? Like, and I know a lot of people in there purchase multifamily, so they're like talking, asking questions. We have counselors in there. We have underwriters in the group. If you need a quick answer for something, the underwriter's in there to be like, oh, hey, bet this, let me take a look at your file real quick, so you don't have to wait even longer, because at the end of the day, because this resource is now becoming so popular and available, everybody's trying to come through it. And NACA is still a nonprofit, and people don't understand. Counselors still got to go through training. They're like, y'all need to hire more counselors. I'm like, they got HUD training, they got NACA training, they got MLO training. I'm like, they have to be licensed in order for us to actually let them sit down and meet with you first. I'm like, so they go through a month's worth of training before they can actually, like, we hiring like over 200 plus people, but some people are all in training.
So we just heard that clap.
I know, you heard the clappers. I was ready to say, be like, wow!
So the clap is when somebody gets approved. That's so exciting. I love how y'all make it real.
And the best part about the Achieve the Dream events, which is why I tell people, like, if you can come and you know you have your stuff together, show up and come, because you get to do the workshop, the document uploading with help, because people say, like, not everyone knows how to always use technology, right? There's help here to help you upload the documents. You sit down, you meet with the counselor face to face. Every single person here has to go to underwriting, regardless. If you're home, you may not go to, like, be sent to an underwriter until maybe 2-3 weeks from now. But here, you get sent to an underwriter same day. You have the chance to get qualified and then go and do the purchase workshop the same day and get your affordability letter, and you house searching the next day. You just did 2-3 months worth of process in less than 24 hours. It can't get better. Like, and I tell people, I'm like, if you can afford to travel, if you're not far from it, like, I know we had the event in New York, and I told so many people, I'm like, if you're in Connecticut, if you're in Massachusetts, if you're in Baltimore, if you're in the DMV area, I'm like, take the bus, take the train, just come up. I'm like, just do it. I'm like, I know an Amtrak ticket's probably like $60 from there. I'm like, just do it. Like, it's so worth it. Like, if you can just do it the same day and just get it over, like, not get it over with, but like, move on in your process and fast track it, why not?
No, that's real. And you touched on something I want to highlight. You said the 6-month rule. Can you?
Okay, so I'm not a counselor, but I can give a quick overview. So NACA before used to have a rule in place where you can't, if you live, like, let's say for instance, I lived in New York, right? But I wanted to purchase in Georgia. You had to actually live there for 6 months prior to being able to actually qualify and purchase a home, because they had to show proof. You know, we don't want you to just be like, well, I want to buy here, but you've never lived in that area, you don't know it. Like, how are you going to live somewhere you've never been before? So that was a concern. But with the pandemic, with times changing, a lot of people work remote now. They changed that process, because also too, think about areas like the DMV, right, or the tri-state area. If you live, that rule doesn't 100% necessarily apply, because I can live in New Jersey and work in New York. So that 6-month rule can't really apply. So it's just like, okay, well, I live here in New Jersey, but I want to purchase in New York. So that's a different, same thing if I live in DC, but I want to purchase in Maryland. It's different there. But like now it's different. We changed it just nationwide.
That's great.
Like, there's still obviously some stipulations and things that you may have to go through, and like your counselor really needs to go in and review your file first, but they have made such an extreme exception to that, and now that's been so helpful to people. Especially, I can attest to people that are coming from that California market. We have so many members that come through the process in California, but California is ridiculously expensive. So I can 100% understand. A lot of them are like, well, I want to purchase in Arizona. I want to purchase in Texas. But now we're like, you have to live there for 6 months before you can buy. But now with that rule now being eliminated, it's a game changer for the program to now get you guys through like quickly. And that's, I have to say, that's a blessing.
Nah, that is. Like you said, it's super expensive in California.
Yeah, definitely.
Talk about like your experience. I know you work, but you're an entrepreneur as well.
Yeah.
So shout out what you do with the company. Yeah.
Yes. So I help women find their identity through lashes. So I know that it's very important to know who you are on the inside, and that's why it's very important to just know who are you. Who are you without the makeup? Who are you without the clothes, the hair? Who are you without all that? Because all that doesn't matter. So I know that it's important to know the inside, but also it's also a good way to reflect yourself from the outside too. So with lashes, I call it identity, E-Y-E, identity, to help women find their identity. Yeah.
What was that quote you said earlier?
What was it? It was, your looks are an investment. Yeah.
That's real though. Like your looks out. Look, it's hair ain't cheap.
Look, it was on the budget sheet for NACA. It said hair. It said hair and those kind of.
I mean, look, you really got to put it down as a woman. Like, you know how much the hair cost? Look, I just spent like $200 just to get my hair trimmed. So I'm like, this is a whole investment right here.
It really is.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, and it's great because it helps me build relationships with women all over. So I just sell anywhere that I can and just build connections and network with people. I've sold at the airport. I've sold at InvestFest, and I was even able to put lashes on women. I love doing that, especially because then I get a hand in the mirror and they just see their just how they look, and they love it. They love it because I don't do something. Basically, I make sure the lashes fit your identity. And it fits who you are as a person, because it's very important to make sure your looks don't overdo who you are. You have to feel good about yourself. You have to just love how you look. Not wearing stuff that just is too dramatic for you. So, yeah, it's about just what fits you.
That's good that you said that, because I asked you the question about the lashes earlier, and I was just like, I don't put lashes on. I feel like it's just too much for me.
No, I would definitely find ones that fit your eyes, because you don't have to do too much. You're already pretty. Women, we're already beautiful.
Women are
beautiful. Need it.
Queen.
Yeah.
Just lashes are the smallest beauty tool you can have to enhance just a little bit. It's about your eyes. I don't do caked up makeup. But anyways, that's another topic.
Look, it's just concealer. Concealer and blush. That's it.
Yeah.
So what made you want to get into that? Like what motivated you?
Well, it was really during the pandemic, stuck in the house. And I was like, I just need to do something. So everybody had masks on. You don't see their lips, you just see their eyes. And that's the one thing that just shows. The first thing that you do when you look at somebody, look at their eyes. When you look at Erykah Badu, what's the first thing you see?
Some beautiful eyes.
Her eyes. So that's what it was. I wanted to capture eyes a lot more. And also, in the Bible, it says that your eyes are the lampshade of your body.
So church.
I know, he's about to bring church in here.
So yeah.
That's good. That's interesting. You're right, because with face masks on, you immediately look at the eyes. And your eyes tell a lot.
They do. They do. You can see what anybody goes through their eyes.
That's why I put my hair in front of my eyes. Nice. I love to hear that.
This is awesome. And the other thing too, with entrepreneurs like you, with multifamily unit buildings, that's another way. Like typically they have basements, and for your business, you can use that basement area as another source of income, right?
Love that. Also, to add on real quick, they're doing more of these Achieve the Dream events now. Like they're more frequent now too, so people are going to have more opportunities to do this, right?
Yes. So this is the last one of the year. but we will be back on the road beginning in January. So, and they're going to be doing, to my understanding and my knowledge, one event a month.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So pre-pandemic, our staff were on the road like 300 days out of 365 days a year. Like they would go like to Florida, they would hit where all the offices are, Orlando, Tampa, Miami, Jacksonville. So in Atlanta, they would go to Augusta, Savannah, Atlanta. So, but they're going to do it now one a month, which I think is great to start back up again because these events really do help people. It helps fast track. So I'm happy for them that I'm really happy that we're doing that, bringing it back. But this is the last event of the year. So we're going out with the bang and the A.
Right. We look forward to 2023.
I know.
I do appreciate Naja, April, everyone. All right, so we're moving it. So yeah, we're ending 2022 on a bang. 2023 is definitely going up. Excited to hear about the upcoming NACA Achieve the Dream events. It's a pleasure, Naja. We can't wait to get you that building.
Yeah.
April, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for taking the time to sit with us.
Thank you guys for coming.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
All right, y'all.